Sweaty.
Yo,
Hey.
What's up?
how you doing, man?
Doing all right?
What's up, man? I'd love to
Yourself?
hear you think Trump is going to be a disaster.
Oh, yes. Off to a great start already, aren't we?
Yeah.
So he's backtracked on a number of key campaign proposals. That being one of the reasons why he doesn't seem intent on a
I'll be
lasting
right back.
ceasefire agreement with Gaza or stopping the war in Ukraine as he claimed he would do before he was even sworn in. Not possible, but there we are. Doesn't have a specific policy when asked about bringing down the cost of groceries. Johnson indicated that it would be a series of policy proposals, none of which have been laid out or specified. So seems like it's kind of a free fall right now. Oh, and also he freed a shit ton of criminals.
Well, I think Biden kind of freed more criminals than him, but I'll accept your bite there. But uh,
I
so
never
look,
said he freed more or less, just a bunch of them who
well, yeah, but
acted
Biden,
against the United States Capitol.
look at what happened yesterday. Biden, or was it today? Biden pre-pardoned Anthony Fauci.
Mm-hmm. I mean, since we are in the shared sentiment of being against political persecution, I would think any reason as to why somebody would want to direct the Department of Justice against him would be improper. So yes, a preemptive pardon seems more than necessary.
Okay, well, that's your opinion, but let's look at we'll go with the pardon or I'm sorry, the commuted sentences of death row inmates. Two of the death row inmates don't even want their sentences commuted. They want them
They'll
they want to
likely
fight
be
for it.
reinstated.
What's that?
They will likely be reinstated.
Well, I mean, we'll see, I guess, but that's few and far between, but we can talk about the war if you'd like.
Which one?
The wars, the Gaza, Hamas, Russia, Ukraine. We can talk about anything, man.
Okay, go ahead. What would you like to ask?
All right, so I can almost guarantee you in a month the Russia Ukraine war will cease fire. Hamas, I mean, they're done.
Well, they
That war's
aren't done. This is a temporary ceasefire. There was an exchange of hostages. There's
temporary.
still dozens more left, and it's likely to resume in the next few days. Trump has expressed a lack of certainty that they'll last, and a lack of confidence, I should say. But with regards to the war in Ukraine, what gives you so much faith that it will be over within the next month?
Well, Trump has, I won't say a friendship, but a partnership with Vladimir Putin, with Russia that he will, they're going to come to terms because unlike Joe Sleepy Biden, Trump's not afraid
It's unnecessary.
of military force. It's unnecessary, but
Yeah.
it's true.
I mean, given the fact that the guy said the United States during his speech today, I think we can call him Slurry Don. But that's not a policy oriented goal here. Just simply saying that they have relationships. Biden's got relationships with them. He's met Putin more times than he has Trump, more time than Trump has met him. That's not a coherent or clear plan as to how that would end that war. I mean, if we're talking about capitulating land space to Russia, that's not one that Ukraine would be agreeing to.
Well, yeah, Russia wants to take Ukraine so they can get more land space, and Ukraine is fighting
Exactly.
back.
Exactly. So, what is going to be the concession here?
You tell me,
Just they
because
like
the
I
concession
I don't. I can't tell you because I don't know Trump's priorities here. Does he want to allow Ukraine to cede its borders to Russia or not, or sectors of its economy or not, sectors of its sovereignty
that,
or not? That's the
that's
question. And should
Ukraine's.
Ukraine accept such an agreement? No, they should not. The Ukraine is not the aggressor in this sense. So, giving Russia and Putin the upper hand in the situation leads to a down the line outcome in which other nations are subject to this level of encroachment.
Have you served in the military?
It's a non sequitur.
What's that?
It's a non sequitur.
You So you're not going to answer,
Well,
basically.
because it doesn't respond to what I just said.
I am
Like, what's the
asking.
relevance? What's the relevance? Can we stick to what we're talking about instead of asking about my personal life?
I'm asking you so I can go to the next question. I want to know if you have seen combat, you have seen firsthand
I'm just
experiences.
questioning if it's relevant because we don't have U.S. troops serving
It's
Ukraine
very
anyways.
because for someone to say that, the things that you're saying, which I respect, you have your own opinion, but to say things like that, you would have to have some sort of first, maybe even second-hand
What
knowledge.
exactly did I say? Can you steel man what I said?
You are saying that Russia wants to expand their borders. Ukraine doesn't want to give up their borders, and that is 100% correct.
Right. So why would any hand-to-hand combat or military experience be pertinent to make that assessment? That's
Uh,
what both
what,
sides have
what I was
agreed to being the case in this situation.
what I
Russia
was
wants
trying.
Ukraine. Ukraine wants to protect its sovereignty. Why would me being in the military deter what I just said?
Well, I want to ask that because I want to know if you've ever had firsthand experience in seeing what actually happens.
Sir, this is not a dick measuring competition here. It's not necessary or relevant.
I'm not trying to measure dicks at all, but
You
anyway,
understand what I'm talking about.
not
You
really.
don't
But
wanna.
Bro,
Xavier,
this
appreciate
whole
it. Thank you.
an analogy, is there any relevance to
Xavier,
asking
appreciate
whether or
it.
not either of us have served?
yeah, there is.
There's
I
not.
want to.
What
If you
difference would
have
it make?
I'm in
any
the
sort.
same boat with Donald Trump, except I didn't lie.
What's that?
No, I didn't serve, but I also didn't lie like Donald Trump to get out of it.
Well, I mean, dude, let's be honest.
Shots
If you
fired. Pew
were
pew.
in there, you wouldn't. You probably wouldn't declare for the draft either.
Oh God, no. Not gonna go die for Elon Musk money. Isaiah, appreciate it for the 5. Thank you. Over on YouTube, 90% of
Let's
military members don't
see.
see combat in their career.
The comment on the post is Trump is going to be a disaster. How's he going to be a disaster to America?
Can you talk to us instead of the comments, please?
I'm not talking to.
I think he's reading the
You just said the
background.
comment down below.
No, he's reading. I think he's reading the comment.
Gotcha.
Trump's gonna be a
Yeah, we weren't-
disaster because
We were talking about Ukraine. Are we moving past that
yeah.
now?
Why are we moving past that, man? I fucking love water.
Sweetie, sir,
You
This is
there?
the last time it's not going to be contaminated by fucking coal ash because of the Trump administration. Sorry, go ahead.
How is Trump going to be a disaster to America?
Can we stick to the topic about Ukraine? That's what you wanted to talk about. You said I want to talk about the wars.
You brought up Ukraine and Gaza.
Right. We were on that conversation. Are you done talking about that?
I really
Heavy
don't
metals.
care because you're simple-minded.
If you don't care, then why did you ask to bring it up?
You brought it up, bro.
You did. You said I want to talk about the war. I said which one? You said the wars. Remember?
2 tours on COD.
You said
Going
I want.
dark.
Or you said that
We have
I
this
asked
live
how
recorded.
Donald
You
Trump is
brought
going
up
to
the
be
wars.
a disaster to America, and you brought up Hamas.
You brought up foreign policy and the wars. And now
We
you
didn't
seem to
bring
want to
this
get off
stuff
the
up.
topic because I wouldn't answer your question and question the relevancy of whether or
Didn't
not either
answer
of
your
us have
question,
served.
my question,
It's
so
okay. Listen, if you're done with that argument, you can move on. I just want to understand why we're moving.
What? All right, you want to talk about the war, right? So
You did.
you did, but close enough.
I want us to stay on that if that's what we're talking
All right,
about.
let's talk about it then. What do you know about the war in Ukraine?
A lot.
I know that it was started in 2014 based on the annexation of Crimea. I know that it has continued throughout the last 10 years and resurrected itself in 2022 with the invasion of Ukraine.
I can tell you this definitively. I know more than about the war in Ukraine than Donald Trump does.
I highly doubt that, but
100%.
Can you name any of the oblast?
100%. I know more about this war than Donald Trump does. He didn't know a goddamn
Well,
thing about
could
it.
you just name one Ukrainian oblast?
If you watch the show, you know more about the war in Ukraine than that idiot.
Or tell us how many of them there are?
dude, I don't care about the oblast. We're
Okay,
talking-
so Donald Trump said he would end the war in Ukraine after he was before he was inaugurated. He didn't do that. He doesn't have a plan. Both
Already
peace
did.
deals he offered were shot down, which I said they would be.
they're already in peace talks.
No, Russia rejected
aren't.
peace talks. Well, they took the
Well,
peace talks. They rejected the peace agreement. There's no active one going on right now.
you'll see in the coming days. Simple-minded.
What
Why
will I
haven't
see?
we seen? Why haven't we seen? He said he could get it done. He said he would get it done before he was inaugurated. Both peace deals were rejected.
The only reason you're allowed to be on TikTok is because of him.
Trump did not bring back TikTok. In
Eh,
fact,
I
he's
beg
the
to
reason it's going away. I don't know why. Like he proposed the ban in the first place.
Bro, did you not watch the inauguration today?
He proposed the ban in the first place. TikTok did not have to shut down.
Propose the ban.
Yes.
He did in 2020. This was his executive order.
And I don't
Okay.
give credit for anything.
How's he?
Yeah.
Well,
'Cause
you
he
see,
didn't
when you
absolutely-
love somebody,
Who did
You
he?
All right, let's be easy with the R word. I don't know if TikTok's going on yet. But yes, Jayden's typically right. When you're found to have R'd someone, per the judge that ruled over that case, we would surmise that he did that. And the jury.
The judge.
The judge said that he raped her, yes.
Who?
Kaplan. Lewis Kaplan.
That is obviously false, as he
That's
is
not
now.
true. He said in the general sense of the word, Donald Trump raped E. Jean Carroll.
Just because one judge says it doesn't.
It
make
wasn't
it-
just the judge, it was also
a jury of his
the
peers.
jury too.
Okay, the jury in what state?
Doesn't matter.
What does it matter?
Why does he keep? He
Because-
loses in every state. Why does it matter?
Right.
Wait, hold on. I thought that he was gonna win New York. I thought that he was incredibly popular in New York. I thought that he had incredible amounts of support. What do you mean?
He is. He does have an amount of
In New York,
Then
right?
they're impartial.
but you got
Right.
cities like L.A., New York City.
You understand the
get more
sheer
worried about
chaotic,
having-
stupid hypocrisy of saying law and order, except when it proves that we did something wrong.
What? No. Bro, what are you saying right now?
Donald Trump says law and order, except for when it actually works against him.
Okay, so let's flip this on Biden. Law and order, and he and
Right.
he-
Can you name a crime Biden's committed?
What's that?
Could you name a crime that Biden has committed?
Biden had classified documents at his home at the same time Trump did. So
Was he
what's the-
charged?
There was
No,
a
he
categorical difference. There's a categorical difference. It has to do with
No, there
the
isn't.
differences in the law. What I found, and I posted a video about this too, what I find funny about Republicans is when it comes to the Democrats and committing crime, or the Democrats and doing wrong, they're a fucking Nickelodeon cyber hacker, and they're over here like Charlie in It's Always Sunny, like putting up corkboard with string between them, like it's Pepe Sylvia, right? Like, but when it comes to like Donald Trump, all of the evidence is out there. The juries have decided. The appeals have been denied. Suddenly they're like deer in fucking headlights. Like, oh no, he didn't do those because some obscure reason that has nothing to do with rule of law. Well, everybody's against him. Oh my God, that's fucking pathetic. If you think that everybody's out to get Donald Trump, that's fucking pathetic because he's president. He wouldn't be president if everybody was out to get him. He brought this on himself.
Everybody is out to get him.
I see what I'm
But-
saying? If everybody's out to get him, even when he's convicted, then how do you ever know if he did anything or not? Because these people on these juries are like, yeah, he did it.
Yeah, like what would allow you to have impartiality when it comes to Donald Trump? Impartiality.
I mean, the fact that he was voted by.
No. We're talking about as merits of the trials here, of the cases. What would allow you to be impartial in these cases? Or do you just think every case brought against him is persecution?
Well, no, the fact that he didn't do it, bro. Like,
Based on what? Right, but how can you make that assessment? Are you capable of being impartial?
Right. So like this, hear me out. But hear me out. But hear me out, right? Like Joe Biden having documents and his handling of documents was absolutely improper and was wrong. Was it illegal is a different story. No, it wasn't illegal. And when you go into the
If you read the security classification guide of literally anything,
Which he
I
hasn't.
read,
illegal.
by
to
the
have
way, I
class-
read No.
outside of your area.
So you're
So
you're
you know
wrong,
18 USC 1924.
which is, by the way,
I
the
mean,
law.
probably not, but
Okay, that
Okay.
would be the law. So
I go off
if you go,
security.
but hold on a second, hold on a second. You'll notice a difference, right? Because when you go, well, why isn't Biden a criminal? And I give you very specific reasons. The DOJ could not prove that Joe Biden knew he had these documents and that he intended to retain them. What?
Because he controls the DOJ.
Oh my God! Do
This
you
was
not
a
see
special
you?
counsel.
Hold on. Do you not see it? Do you not see it? When it's Biden, it's because everybody's in his favor, and when it's Trump, it's because everybody's against him. Not because of the very real, quantifiable reasons that I just gave you, which is that the DOJ could not prove that he intended to retain them. In Donald Trump's case, the reason that he was charged was because he retained documents at Mar-a-Lago. He knew he had them. He lied on affidavits. He tried to get his lawyers to lie. He lied to the DOJ, and they had him on video camera. What happened with Joe Biden? His lawyer found documents, called the DOJ. They came and picked him up, searched for other ones, went, oh shit. And they're like, you want to search other places? And they were like, yeah, we would like to search other places. And they go, no problem, search away. And they found documents that he was not supposed to have.
And what's
By the
difference?
way, innocuous and hidden. The difference is Donald Trump lied. He did not cooperate. He tried to retain those documents. A whole host of stuff.
Do you know what those documents were?
What?
Do you know what those documents were?
In what? The ones Trump had or the ones that Biden
Yes.
had?
Trump.
Yes.
The ones that Trump had, we know what some of them are. Some of them were too classified to even tell us.
Exactly. And I can
Exactly
guarantee
what?
you
Exactly
they
what?
are- they are related to the JFK assassination.
No, I have the full briefing list right here. Lots of them had to do with military capabilities, military attacks on a foreign country, nuclear strategies, nuclear weaponry, amongst others.
You know what they released. You don't know.
We have the
about-
classification code, and we have what the briefing
Shweddy,
is, what they concern.
Edward paid to kick you.
Edward paid to kick me.
Yes. He said, got no time for a grape sympathizer. Get this fool off. And not in the fun way. So I got to let you go. JFK
Yeah.
is not in that. Not everybody is against Trump. You're just paranoid. So I'm going to head on, but appreciate it. Yeah, you are.
Appreciate it.
I mean, that is the truth, though. They literally do this thing where they're like, every time Donald Trump's in trouble, everybody's out to get him. And when they can't prove Biden did anything wrong, everybody's with him. Not for any discernible reasons.